if you've ever thought you've had bad neighbors, these folks may take the cake. Some folks in North Carolina, the Ridleys, believe they may have the worst neighbors in the state. Of course, everyone has a day in court, but these are all allegations. James and Agnes Goldston were arrested for 3 counts of animal cruelty last Thursday night, and also for communicating threats. Mm-hmm. All of the principals in this story live in the Black Horse Run subdivision, North Raleigh, over there off Creedmoor, Dave.
Right.
So Philip and Jessica Ridley live next to the Goldstons, and Wake County deputies believe that James and Agnes poisoned 3 of the Ridley's dogs. 2 of them died.
3 of them.
1 is very, very sick.
Absolutely horrible.
The first dog died in the summer of 2022. 1 died last weekend. A third got very sick and had to be hospitalized. Mm-hmm. The Ridleys told their story to WRAL-TV.
This is our whole family. Like, they have destroyed our family, and we've cried so much. It's like, I don't think I got any more tears left. I mean, I'm just waiting to wake up from a nightmare.
I mean, you see these poor people on their back porch telling this story, and then the pictures of these dogs that have now been poisoned.
After the second and third dogs got sick, the Ridleys realized something's up, and they say they had good reason to suspect the Goldstons because the Goldstons, much like my wife and her family, don't like squirrels.
Right. Squirrels.
They poison squirrels.
And then what happens?
He either baited them, was baiting them, or they got into the squirrels he was poisoning.
Let me get this right. He's poisoning squirrels.
With antifreeze.
With antifreeze, much like in the tradition of your wife's family. Now,
that's much too vulgar display of power.
No, they don't do that. But
we give him a fighting chance with a BB gun.
That's right. That's right. But didn't you say...
Or steel belted radial.
Oh, my goodness.
The Juanita trick.
Juanita.
Nita.
Juanita.
You
know what Juanita did?
Juanita would set up a live trap in her garden. And that woman could grow anything. And beautiful produce, and she did not care for the squirrels.
Right.
Now, her husband would shoot him out of the bathroom window.
Yes, that's right.
Kept a BB gun next to the commode.
Yep.
Well, you're stable.
I've
you're
seen
sitting.
it. I saw it.
I know that.
But the worst they ever did was they would bait the traps in the backyard, and they'd catch the squirrels in the garden, and they'd just be tearing around the cages, but they couldn't get out.
Right.
So then Juanita and her husband would take the traps with the squirrels in them, take them down there to the lake, and just slowly lower the trap into the lake until the thrashing stopped.
Can you believe that? That is that is horrible. When you put it like that, I mean, it's one thing to kill them, but to get it like that, oh my God.
So the Ridleys, now, again, like you heard, they have 2 working theories. Either they were directly poisoned by the neighbor, or indirectly poisoned by eating poisoned squirrels.
Now, if they were indirectly poisoned by eating poisoned squirrels, then can the neighbors get away with it? Oh, I'm so sorry.
That might be plausible.
Yeah, it is
However,
now
he then sent letters.
Yeah.
Goldston then sent letters to the Ridleys threatening not only the animals, but their kids.
This is part of the letter.
If one or both of these dogs put their paws on my property, I'm going to blow their brains out.
So they feel that this was intentional.
And one of the notes said, quote, "Your daughter is next."
Yeah, the daughter's next. I think they had a dispute over a driveway that the dog owners were trying to put in, and the neighbors didn't like it. And apparently the cops have been called 20 times.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because there's such a dispute. Mm-hmm. First of all, the dog killers, the dog poisoners, didn't like the way the people's backyard looked, and then they started to put in this driveway. I watched this report. And when the driveway started to go in, it even ratcheted it up more, and that's when the dogs started to be poisoned. Mm-hmm. That's really awful.
That's conveying a threat to the kids.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I mean,
maybe
that's
dogs,
probably the biggest
definitely
crime.
the kids.
I mean, dogs bad enough. If they had kept their cool, they could have claimed we just poisoned squirrels, and those dogs accidentally ate the squirrels.
Someone come on our yard.
But then when you say, "Oh, your daughter's next," that's
over the line.
Yeah. Oh, by far. Anonymous, the Goldstons. Please give us some insight here.
So, first of all, the dog owner, if you research his background, he has some shady doings in the past. But anyway, the Golson's daughter runs a rescue a dog rescue in Raleigh, and these people would never in a million years go out and poison dogs. The guy catches the squirrels and takes them to another property that he has, but he doesn't poison the squirrels to get rid of them. I mean, he traps them and takes them to a different location. So
interesting. So, but when you
I thought they
hear,
admitted that
what
they-
about the letter that was sent, where they play for you the guy reading it,
One or both of these dogs put their paws on my property, I'm going to blow their brains out.
and then there was in that letter he said, "And your daughter's next." Do you think that's just made up?
absolutely, these people are the most kind, gentlest people you would ever meet. I mean, I don't think that's a real letter.
Wow.
Well,
Really?
like we said at the beginning, everyone's due a day in court.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
They can certainly tell their side of the story.
Very interesting.
How did the
Certainly.
dogs die?
Yeah, the dogs are dead. Do you think the dogs got into the poisoned squirrels, or how do you think that happened?
I just don't think the squirrels were poisoned, and I just think that somehow the owner himself may have had something to do with it.
Whoa. I mean, who could imagine? All right.
I
Thanks
guess
a lot.
we'll have to watch this one.
Well, what do they say? Every pancake's got two sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You know what they say? They say you can flatten a pancake flat as you want it, but every pancake's got two sides. Dave knows it.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Yep.
You boys want me to top off your coffee?
Yeah, go ahead, sugar.
You just
no.
don't know. You just don't know.
You don't know.
Pancake's got two
Yeah,
sides.
you want to know, but you don't.
Let me tell you this. It's as good a time as any. I'll make this announcement now. Speaking of having two sides. All right. Now, I want to tell you something about my son, my 18-year-old. Okay?
Yeah.
What was it? A month ago. I said, it's official. He's going to East Carolina University. Remember that? Remember I
Sure
said,
Who
do.
could forget? We all bought purple and gold gear.
That's right. You're
Got my tickets.
Arrgh.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, oh, we're going to East Carolina.
Woo, look out, sub dogs.
Okay. I was a little against it because I went to where? Appalachian State University, and I had hoped he would choose that. But after going to East Carolina and then to Appalachian on multiple occasions, it was clear his heart was at East Carolina, right?
Who
Yeah.
could forget?
So I said,
Didn't look back.
didn't look back. I said, it's official. East Carolina. Remember I said that?
Yep.
A lot of P1 listeners were like, yeah, because they love East Carolina.
Sure.
It's got a great following. All right. 2 weeks go by, 20 days go by, something like that. He comes to us. He says, I got two good friends now going to Appalachian State, and I think I want to go to Appalachian State. Well, now we're getting... Remember that? Remember I
Who
said
could
that?
forget?
Deadline
All
was
right.
coming.
We all went out
Deadline,
and bought black and gold.
That's right. Deadline's coming. And I said to him, I was like, son, I don't...
Are you sure, son?
Because remember I said,
Listen to your heart.
look, your heart seems to be leading you. Your heart's purple.
Yeah.
And Chris Demm's heart's black. Your heart's purple.
There's still time for you.
Okay, right. There's time. Your heart's purple. And he said, nope, these two friends of mine, it's going to be great. I'm ready. Appalachian's a great school. I said, okay. I came in here. I said, what? It's official. It's done. It's done.
Mountaineer.
You sent us the
I said,
photograph of your happy son holding up the welcome sign.
that's right. App said yes, right?
You're going to throw away those two sweatshirts you bought in purple and gold.
I sent them back. I sent them away. Okay, they are gone now. Well,
They're on Etsy if you want them.
that's right. If you are a very large male that likes
He doesn't mind looking purple.
Big and tall. That's a big and tall section of
okay, that's
Pinterest.
right. My wife picked Cone Dorm at Appalachian State University.
Is that a good one?
It is. I know it. I never stayed there, but I knew it. I knew exactly where it is. I said, that seems like, I mean, it's old school. It's an old dorm. She registered him for 15 hours of classes at Appalachian State University.
Classic freshman load.
Done and done.
Yes.
Done. All right. Great. We're celebrating. Tuesday of last week, he came to us and he said, I'm not sure about this. I feel like maybe East Carolina is the place. We said to him, son,
You are a Kelly. You are one of us after all.
son.
The indecisiveness.
That's right. That's right. I said, son.
Was it just the three of you?
It was just the three of us, and he said, I'm just not sure about
Was he
this.
distraught? Was he upset?
Pacing, distraught, had been for a couple of days, like something was going on. I told him before we signed up for Appalachian State, I said, listen, you got to be really sure about this, because the deadline was gone. It was over, right? It was over. So he was registered at Appalachian State. And he said, I'm just not sure. I feel like East Carolina. I said, I feel like I've made a mistake. And I was like, okay, all right, okay.
Point of order.
Yes, yeah.
Have we crossed the river Styx, or is there still time?
East Carolina had already signed up for classes. I mean, at both places. I mean, they had both sign-ups had been done.
So the incoming freshman class has already registered.
They had registered for their class. Now, they hadn't gotten their dorm assignments. Appalachian dorm assignments and classes. She had them both at Appalachian. No money had been paid.
Okay,
no
but your son, has he registered for courses at East Carolina?
No.
Okay.
So far,
he's
done nothing at East Carolina. Okay. He's done dorm and classes at Appalachian. So I said, son, it's too late. I mean, your mother has registered. All this stuff is done.
The pirate ship has sailed.
Sail with the pirate. That's it.
You're heading the other way, up a mountain.
I said, you're going up. He goes,
follow the sound of Luke Combs.
He says, he goes, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. And we were like, all right, okay. Well, that was Tuesday of last week. Wednesday, my wife texted me and said, do you think I should call East Carolina and see if there's an opening, if there's a window? And I said, yes, call them and see what they say. She calls. They say, you can get a schedule. You can get classes. You're not going to get the times you want, but for this first semester, you can even get into the freshman classes that are available, but a lot has been picked over now because, and you can get on the dorm assignment, but you're going to be, everybody else has already.
You go to what's open.
You go to what's open, right?
Now, it sounds like he would have picked a roommate.
He would have.
Had he gone to App.
He did.
But here, maybe just a random assignment?
It would be a rando assignment. So he came home. I said, son, there's a possibility you could still go to East Carolina if you want to get rando dorm assignment and rando classes first year. My wife is ready to sign you up.
Yeah, that's Monday, 8 a.m. English.
That's right. That's right. He
so
said,
that's 24 hours after the conversation.
That's correct. And he said,
and your roommate,
I know.
You're going to get the kid that eats his hair.
That's right. That's right.
You should try it. It's so good. I'm actually just going to stay on my side of the room. My father says I'm different. Yeah. I probably should have gone to App.
He said, let's do it. We flipped everything back. We took everything back from Appalachian.
Oh.
He is registered for classes.
Purple and gold.
At East Carolina University. I put the switch on the sweatshirt. I still have my purple. And we are now headed back to East Carolina.
East.
We're going east again. Arrgh.
Wagons east.
Arrgh.
You had to row out in a little skiff to catch
Right?
it. To catch
We
the
did
ship.
it. We got it.
Hey!
We have just climbed aboard. We have climbed aboard the pirate ship. And I said, son,
They pulled him up over.
When you sleep.
I said, this is it. You are purple and gold. It is now pastime. But the decision has been made. Get back your purple. He has flipped from the mountains back to the east. Who would have seen that?
Wow.
I know.
What, is it just a feeling inside of him, or what?
Yes, he knew.
What was this all about?
He knew that he was like the whole time. He's like,
He couldn't sit with it.
He's like, I couldn't sit.
You
with
tried
it.
to. Did you?
I said I tried to.
Did
I
the?
said,
Oh, I
"Son,"
told you so.
I said, remember, son, I told you. He goes, I know, and you were right. And he goes, I will go to Appalachian. I know we're already signed up, but is there any chance? And it's like, yes, we checked into it, and so now he's back to the purple. So then, over the weekend, we went to my sister's house, and I had told her first East Carolina, which is she lives close to there. She's like, oh, wonderful. I'll go meet him for lunch. We'll do this. She lives like 20 minutes from Greenville.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, yeah, that'll be great. And then, 2 weeks later, I said, well, it's flipped. It's officially Appalachian. She goes, oh, that'll be good too. This and that. So we go to her house on Saturday. This is 3 days after he's flipped. I said, we'll just tell her when we get there that he's flipped back. Yeah. So what we do is celebrate every year. About half the family has birthdays in the spring, and about half the family has birthdays in the fall. So we get together in the spring at her house, the fall at my house, and celebrate whichever birthday. Well, my son had a spring birthday, as did I, and we both got Appalachian hats and Appalachian
Oh no!
Everything coming out of the bag was
no.
black and gold, black and gold. And at that point, we told her, "Oh, by the way, he's back." It just couldn't be better.
Did you save receipts?
Because we're going back to East Carolina.
Back to the future.
Yes, it is just maddening.
Yeah.
It is. But it's done now. It's done. All right.
And good news for the state troopers down east.
I
They're
think
chomping at the bit. They're going to make their quota
Ready to get me.
this fall.
They got me in Watauga.
Yeah, they got you up there.
They didn't get me down in Pitt.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's right. It's nice and flat there.
Semester ain't started.
I can zip on through
Yes,
there.
you can.
Exactly.
You know you're going fast.
So we're all headed back to ECU.
How about that?
Isn't it a stunner?
Yeah, well,
I know.
it is.
I know. And
Are his boys okay with it? Your son's boys?
Yes, he cleared it all with them, and they were like, "Okay, yeah, that's where you're supposed." The guys that are going, they're very big outdoors, ski, hike, and my son's not that at all. You know, he doesn't. He's like me.
Yeah.
He likes to watch football and sit around, that kind of thing. So I can tell it's a big weight off his shoulders.
Boy was just like me.
It's a fact. It's a fact. So I can tell it's a big weight off his shoulders, and now he's
Well, that's
headed
good for him.
back east. I think it's good for him too. Now,
And nothing's forever.
maybe transfer. Who if he doesn't like
People
it?
do.
That's right.
sometimes you don't have a choice.
That's right. Sometimes they tell you to get out.
Hello.
Chris Demm did that. Right, exactly. So
When will he meet his roommate and such? Or was
hadn't
that
even been picked yet. So
okay.
I guess that now he's got an orientation in a month that he has to go spend the overnight.
did he still get a pretty good dorm too? Because I know you said that might be.
Yes. I think he's got his eye on a couple,
Okay.
and so he will get one of those. Yeah, so he's okay. I mean, but the class times are not good. They're Tuesday at 8 a.m.
Yeah, they're going to be 8 a.m. classes.
That's right.
And I didn't know my roommate either when I moved in. So I think we wrote a letter to each other in the summer.
Yeah,
Pencil and paper letter.
right.
And then I met him the day I moved in.
And what did you think?
I couldn't stand him.
Is that right? Really, you didn't have a good experience?
Yeah.
That's the thing about it, is either
He wasn't dirty or mean. He was just kind of a jerk.
they try to hook you up with people like you.
There was nothing left.
Yeah,
I think I've told you the same story. I mean,
Yeah.
I filled out my questionnaire.
Yeah.
And I said, I stay up late. I listen to music. I do this. I do that.
Yeah.
And they said, great, we'll match you up with someone who fits your profile.
And they did.
And I got a guy who was from a tiny town in Kentucky. He was on the cross-country team.
That's right.
He got up at 5 in the morning to run 10 miles.
That's right.
And, I mean, we just weren't a match. I didn't dislike the guy,
Yeah.
but we just
Not a
had
match at
nothing
all.
in common.
Do you think they just don't? They're not able to match people up like this.
I don't think they care.
Well, now there are apps where you go onto the app and you sort of try to meet each other,
And you can Zoom now. I mean, I think I had one phone call with this kid, and I said, I'll buy a dorm fridge.
Yeah.
And he said, okay.
Yeah, and that's it. Well, now you actually he could pick a roommate on through this app, even never meeting him, and do it that way.
Yeah, with the leftovers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the leftovers. And
That's what it is at this point.
I know. Here we are.
Last night I shaved your chest.
What?
What? Oh yeah.
And Biggie's never been to college.
Yeah. Biggie knows. He's purple and gold
know?
now. We're purple and gold now.
Well,
That's right.
Congrats
I know.
and cheers to
Well,
everybody.
I appreciate Stunner. Stunner.
Let's keep it this
is.
way.
Yeah. Well, there's no way. Now it's too late. That's
Okay.
it. It's all over.